This is a big-timing comedy production.
Coming to you from the heart of Kingsville, Maryland.
A place where the beer flows like wine.
Deep inside the torture chambers of producer Mike. Big Timing Comedy presents Paco's Got Balls, featuring the founders and pioneers of big timing comedy, Stefan Subarich.
I'm your Huckleberry.
And Eric Joliger.
100 push-ups in 20 minutes!
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride.
I don't want to jerk the wheel into a goddamn bridge in Bunman.
Hello. Got the finger.
Yeah.
How you doing, Stefan?
I'm so good, Urk.
We're back. It's been a long week since we were here last. How was your week?
My week was as good as a week could go. It felt like it was, 15, 20 minutes.
Cool. Yeah, me too.
But
time flew right on
It's
by.
funny, they were wearing the same clothes, too.
I know. So it's almost, I think I'm a heroin addict.
I so badly after I asked you that question.
Yeah.
When I asked you that question, I just wanted to interrupt you and go right into the good day, good evening, insomnia-ridden night, wherever you are. This is episode 136, but I held back.
I appreciate, I applaud your restraint, and I want to remind the guests.
The UPS store, 6526 in King Crossing Shopping Center. You got a package, they know how to handle it. Just go ahead and say hey to Emily or Connor and the crew for your printing, packaging, shipping, mailboxes, and more. They print all of our business cards and local flyers while offering fast and friendly service. Thank you for being a sponsor of Paco's Got Balls featuring Wendi. Our guest is back. He went home. He came back.
Returning champion.
He is returning champion. He was such an awesome guest. We're doing a second installment of this little mini series. Please welcome back Bob Delmont from Delmont's Diner on 93.1 Baltimore's Country.
There you go. Thank you.
10 to 3 on the weekdays.
That's a fantastic plug. 3 to 7 on Saturdays. This is a fantastic setup. I'm going to lay on this couch and nap here. I'm not leaving. I love this
place.
place.
Yeah, man.
Stay.
Big time in comedy.
Well, guess what? Joke's on you. You're not leaving.
Oh, yeah. We've locked the door.
Good thing you had a bite of that pizza. Because now you're going to be tied up in Mike's woodshed.
That's all you get to eat.
And we're going to sit here and eat these cookies you brought us for our 3-year anniversary. We're just going to sit and eat them in your face.
How do you let me know how they taste? They might not taste very good.
So I cracked one open here. We're gonna do a little taste test on this thing.
I wanted to remind listeners that your middle name is Delbert.
It is, goddammit.
Yeah. Almost sounds like Delmont.
Yeah.
Del,
proud of that.
D-E-L. There's a D-E-L.
Bob, I was thinking the Delmont's Diner thing, like when radio's done for you, whenever that is, it could be never, right?
I
I'm not
hope
trying
it's
to be
not.
cryptic. I think you're great. But
where's this going, Stefan? Get to it.
Someday. 75, I think I'll pack it in.
I was going to say you could have a real diner, you know?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And then you could have kitschy, radio or music references on your menu.
I guess a good idea. I should
Yeah.
trademark it, shouldn't I, by
should.
now?
I would.
It's
Yeah.
only been 20 years.
Yeah. And
Now,
then-
did you come up with that yourself? Was
Yeah,
that your
a program
creation?
director at the time was like, let's do a lunch thing. Everyone does a lunch thing. It's certainly not an original idea with the sound effects of people hanging out. So it is kind of cheesy and dated or whatever, but we kept it up because it does well. And so yeah, a program director came up with a Delmont's Diner restaurant type of thing.
Stefan, you and I do lunch things regularly.
Sure, of course we do.
I mean,
What do you mean, like
we
bits,
sit and
like-
eat lunch.
Oh, okay.
And have meetings
Yeah, we have lunch meetings.
at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Not a sponsor yet.
Well,
Someday.
Chipotle, they'll pick you up. I'm working on it.
Yeah, man.
They got a lot of cash. You should get them.
They do.
Somebody
They do
work
a lot
on
of
that.
Somebody get
on
that
that.
Chipotle.
Do you have an intern? Get on that.
We had an intern. We
We're still-
lost him.
we're still-
Quit.
Wait a minute. Let
You
me
wanted-
get you on that camera there.
Getting on that camera. Okay,
Let me-
so Bob brought us these kick-ass cookies for our 3-year anniversary.
They look better out of the plastic. Look at that.
Yeah, they're pretty thick. They're like a biscuit almost.
I thought they would be bigger, but I guess
That's
they
what she said.
Ah. Well, hello there.
Ding.
So we're gonna
Yeah, bite into
let's
it. I'm
try
sure
this.
it's all edible.
Just
I
bite it.
hope.
You want
Should
a Lady
we-
in the Tramp it?
Should we Lady in the Tramp
Yeah.
it?
Oh,
All right,
this is
all right,
so
all right,
great.
All right, here we go.
Oh, I'm gonna well up. This is good.
Mike, get a picture of this.
They're eating at both ends right now.
I can't.
They're gonna.
We got the video.
Oh, you're gonna meet in the middle. Oh, it kind of crumbled.
Waste
a
not,
little
want not, boys.
bit. Oh,
Oh, it's very dry.
It's dry.
Listen to that smacking.
Do you guys need some water? Should I?
No, I want to hear the smacks.
No, I got some tequila
Is it
here.
cakey or is it wafy or?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those. It's not good, is it?
That's not too bad.
That's all right.
It's not bad.
No, it's okay. I think,
I'm gonna sip
not the
my.
best cookie I've ever had.
What it's lacking is a glass of milk.
But it looks fantastic.
Right. That's the key right there.
It's like a cakey sugar cookie.
okay.
sort of
Honestly,
There.
if you could
Not bad.
dip that into some milk,
Yeah.
I bet it would be phenomenal.
If you
'cause it
could
would-
dip that into a better cookie, that would taste so good right now.
If you could take everything about that cookie and change it, except the look, it would be great.
Whatever ingredients were in there, just change it
if you
completely.
could, if you could turn it
Replace
into,
it.
make it taste like an Oreo, and it would be fantastic.
wow.
Man, that was fun. That's fun. So I think we got to do a check-in with Wendi.
Please.
Wendi is the one that introduced you to us, Bob.
Yeah,
she's the
Wendy's
one-
a friend of mine.
Right.
I went to her stand-up, and I guess, she flips around the radio, whatever. So we just got to talking, and over the years, we've just, seen each other at different stand-up events that she's done, and Justin Slagle. And so, yeah, I've been a friend of hers for a while, so I was very honored that she wanted me to come here and join you guys.
Well,
So.
good. We're going to reunite you two via VoIP.
Oh, man. You got that, Mike?
Did
She's
anybody
funny.
check
She's
and
got a
see if
good
she's
stand-up.
watching?
I mean, she knows we're calling in. I told her she's going to be a regular staple. I mean, her name is in the fucking podcast title.
Her name
so
is synonymous with the show.
In the title, yeah.
Right.
I might have played the wrong one today.
Oh, boy, you are a fucking
Bad producer.
glutton for punishment, man, because she's going to... I don't even want to hear about it, but I'm going to hear about it.
All right, we're going to experiment with our voice number.
Oh, boy. What does that mean?
I'm gonna use the
All right.
voice.
Pro tip. Don't be testing on the...
What happened? Oh,
That's what I was worried about.
It was getting awkward.
She might be doing a contest.
No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Giving away Six Flags tickets or something.
Joker tickets.
Fright Fest is coming. Oh, Joker, I want to see that so much.
We tried to win tickets 2 weeks ago and we failed miserably.
Yeah, I had 6 minions working for me, just like the Joker would. I couldn't get them tickets.
Mr. J.
I even called on my drive home. I even called.
Holly.
So what happened? Nobody called, or you couldn't get the tickets?
Couldn't get. We
Really
weren't
tried.
caller 12 or whatever the damn number was. We really tried. While we're
get the tickets.
while we're waiting
This
for
is why I asked for the warm line, because she would
Mike,
know it was us.
All right, kill it. She's not picking up.
I'll text her.
Text her.
Stefan.
Yeah.
While I'm doing this.
Yeah.
Should we talk about the Joker movie, or
Oh, we could.
We
While we call?
Well, real quick.
Yeah.
I wanted to
We could.
recap.
whatever you guys want to do? It's your show.
That's a good
wanna-
point.
I don't want to take over.
Well, we've got the movie segment coming up, so I
Okay,
don't want to
let me
jump
hold-
the
let me
gun
hold
on
on
it.
to that.
But you're already on the right track.
Ooh.
I wanted to check in and see if you've gotten any more visits by the Gestapo.
The Gestapo. Papers,
Papers,
please. No, the apartment's been pretty quiet. We've bought a lot of things to keep the well. It wasn't us, as I said. It wasn't us. You have no idea what we're talking about, Bob.
No,
There was
that's okay, though.
There was a note on my door in the development that I live in.
Okay.
That said that there had been the smell of marijuana from either my place or a place near mine.
Isn't that legal now? Who cares?
Yeah, right. But I guess there's a zero tolerance policy.
All right. Well,
I had somebody.
It's called a square is in the premises.
I had like a maintenance guy let himself in 2 days earlier,
uh-huh.
and then I got this to fix something and like left a note. I wasn't there, right? And then I had this note like on my door, like a couple of days later. So putting 7 and 8 together, I thought, well, this guy, whatever he thinks he saw or thinks he smelled, thought it came from my place.
Okay.
Right. So then I was sitting there. I was like, I was nervous all the time. I thought I was just gonna get knocks at the door, like it was the Nazi Germany. Like, yeah, so we need to check your cabinets. Like, all right. And then they're just like, papers, please, because Nazis are just
Christoph Waltz is there.
Right.
Come here.
Nazis are always asking for papers. The papers, please.
It's very important to them, the papers.
Right.
Papers.
Be like, I don't have any papers. Like, you're evicted. Right? Like,
Mike, she said give her 2 minutes. She was doing a giveaway.
so yeah, I just sit
I was right.
You
Didn't
were
I call
right.
it?
Bam.
Radio.
Who knew the radio guy would know what the fuck's going on?
Hey, any other questions about the biz?
that was.
Let me know.
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, as a matter of fact.
Oh boy.
So now I sit in fear that
Yes.
I'm gonna have somebody just knock on my door at any time to try to like just come into my place for some weird reason, right? To like try to sniff things out or whatever.
You got your card. You're good.
So I don't actually, and it wasn't.
Shh.
And it
You
wasn't.
have your card.
And they
don't
weren't
you?
doing
And
anything.
it wasn't me.
It
Yeah,
wasn't him. It was the
wasn't me.
neighbor.
I don't do drugs.
Or
Nancy,
condone any such
Nancy
event.
Reagan is great.
She was right.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, go Reagans. But
Yeah,
just to make sure
I
that
give you this for that.
any of the smells traveling through our place don't travel out and still smell, we've bought some things like a diffuser and I've got some incense and just some
So
some
it wasn't
nicer-
coming from your
No, of
place.
course
and the
not.
toilet
It
paper
was the
tube
next
with a.
door neighbor.
It had to be, but I don't want to be accused,
Right.
so I'm taking the corrective steps.
Okay.
So, but no Gestapo visits to speak of in the last couple of weeks. Things have been all quiet on the Western Front. I don't want to call myself Anne Frank, but but I'm starting to feel like the man's closing in.
I visited the house, by the way, in Amsterdam.
Holy shit! Talk about that.
It's pretty. It was pretty amazing. Yeah. The other places were more interesting in Amsterdam, but Anne Frank was. It's very white. I
Got
remember
it.
that.
That was
And
slow.
There was like a tour. I don't remember a whole lot. They showed us where she hid.
Was she still there?
No, she wasn't. She wasn't there.
She's just like, hello. I'm sorry. Are you in, Frank?
Are you in?
Just hand you some papers. Here's some papers.
She wasn't there. There was a girl named Molly who I believe is still there, but in a different area.
Yeah, you just like oh my God, you're in,
Molly.
Frank. You go, Ann, can I do this? I've always wanted to do this. Papers, please. I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Go back to sleep.
Oh,
You guys ever been in Amsterdam?
No.
You got to go rite of passage.
I do want to go.
For every man.
Yeah, I'd like to get there.
You know what's cool? I mean, I'll tell you. I joke around about the legalization of
Right.
the women in the windows, but there are bars in there that are just for marijuana, and it's so chill.
Yeah.
It's just like so normal, and you very quickly get into the whole European Amsterdam
Yeah.
that this is just it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, there's no problems, there's no fighting, there's no weird. It's
Right.
just people chilling. in the house.
My best friend
Have
lived
some
there
smoke.
for a while, and
Then you know about it.
he came back and he was telling me about it. He's like, "Yeah, you can go in and you can figure out, the kind of high." I'm like, "That sounds amazing. Like that I'm down with. Like understanding and knowing what you're getting and where you're going to end up with it. Like,
Well, the history of marijuana in this country is an interesting one because it got demonized early on, being criminalized, right?
Yep.
And it got blamed on minorities, blacks and Mexicans, right? And they used this to get people into the criminal system.
careful. I don't want
What?
no reefa smokers."
No. I'm just saying for years
that was the Back to the
And
Future.
I got you.
And I'm
No,
close
reefa
to the-
heads.
And I'm close over
Reefa
here.
heads.
Well, so what? There's an interesting history with marijuana in this country. So it's only been recently now with the government stuff, right, where it's becoming so all these things are coming to light about it that it's not so bad, right?
Yeah.
I think alcohol, which I partake in, is far,
Far
worse
worse.
than marijuana.
Well, that's the
for you.
biggest argument
Right.
forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know
Far
it's not
worse.
like damned if you do, damned if you don't, or what's the
Right.
lesser of two evils. But there's actual medicinal qualities
Right.
to marijuana. It's gotten a false sort of narrative spun about it for a long time.
You know what? And I'm not a big pot smoker or whatever, a little bit here and there, but I had Hodgkin's disease in '97. They got it early, whatever, but I had to do chemo and radiation. And I'm telling you, that took the edge off. I did take some, and it was definitely helpful.
Definitely.
I mean,
I don't want
obviously.
to take this too far down a sports path. Just real quickly, it's not really about
We
sports.
gave you your sports corner
You did,
last
but
episode.
we've all heard of the receiver Calvin Johnson, Megatron.
Yes.
Remember him?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
guy, 6'5", 240. He retired very young. He was banged up. He was injured a lot because
Yeah.
he was so big. He was open to taking big hits. He recently just came out and said he smoked pot after every game.
Yeah.
It was the only way he could manage the pain. And he didn't want to get hooked on painkillers.
surprise.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
painkillers are horrible.
right.
You see, it happens all the time.
I mean, talk about a Band-Aid.
Right.
I mean, they are a
Well,
Band-Aid.
Another thing, like another sports organization that's hypocritical, right? Like the NFL will tell you can't smoke pot, but they're quick to prescribe because they
Oh,
get
yeah.
kickbacks
Isn't that
from the
interesting?
pharmaceutical
Yeah.
industry.
Yeah.
Big
It's all
pharma.
money, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then those who are not disciplined, you keep more and
Yep.
more of it, you know,
Sure.
and you need it more to sustain the pain that you have. And it
Exactly.
just becomes an
Brett
addiction.
Favre
then you
was
get- and then
hooked
you
on
get-
painkillers.
and then you
Remember
get-
that?
Then you get constipated. I
Well,
mean,
yeah.
it's just a bad thing. Yeah.
That's the
so
worst.
just
Yeah.
high pro. Everybody knows who Brett Favre is,
Yeah.
right? He was hooked on painkillers. How do you think he got hooked on painkillers?
Yeah.
He was prescribed by the
Prescribed.
team doctor.
Yep.
Now,
Yeah.
I think he started getting more on his own.
Yeah.
Right, but he got hooked on painkillers because the NFL got him hooked on painkillers.
I mean,
Sure.
that's the other thing too. If you think about big pharma, they're tied in. They have lobbyists. They're all tied in, and marijuana comes in, and it can really help people, and they're threatened by that because that's impacting their bottom line majorly. So I don't know. I'm a big conspiracy theorist, so I would dive right into the Ball's Got a Bitch. But let's call Wendi.
Okay.
I think we should give her a jingle now.
Cool.
Mike. Let's give that another shot, another try. Try to get the warm line number. Got shot down fast.
Jesus
Blaze of
was.
glory.
Uh-huh. Yeah. There was no glory in it. It was tail between my legs. Wendi?
Nope, it's not happening. She refuses. She's playing us tonight.
Give us the warm line.
It's a clever game of
The
cat
moral of the
and mouse.
story so far is smoke a lot of
I don't want
pot.
hot.
Whatever you
I don't
do.
want hot. I want warm, Wendy.
What's happening?
She's not answering.
She won't do it.
Well, she might not get her segment tonight,
Did
though.
she firmly refuse?
No, she just said, give me 2 minutes, and that was
4 minutes. 5 minutes.
Oh, you waited
that was
too long.
7 minutes ago.
Eric,
Top of the hour.
We were
top of
talking.
the hour.
you waited too long.
Bow
Hang
tie.
it up.
Bow
Hang it
tie.
up.
She didn't say, don't wait too
She's
long.
busy hitting the
We
post right now.
completely
She'll call
blew her bow tie clock.
She'll call back.
All right.
she won't.
Well, then Balls has got a bitch.
Should be taking care of it in editing. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Just let it go.
Yeah, of course.
Should I do it? The Ball's got a... This is the segment you you wanted
well,
this.
Balls, I think there's times where you go off on some tangents on these episodes, and I appreciate it. I like it. And you know what I wanted to do? I liked it so much that I wanted to encapsulate those moments and give you your own bit, give you your own platform, give you your own soapbox.
He's going to need a theme.
He is going to
We are going to need a theme.
What's the
But
bit
for
called?
now,
Asshole!
all right, go ahead.
And a new segment we like to call Balls Got a Bitch. Now, this segment here is going to be just what it sounds like, an issue that Balls has taken up and is, well, going to present to us now. Balls?
Now, see, I had a list, but Wendy's at the top of it right now.
Because she's not answering.
With us supposed to call her and her not answering the goddamn phone. Oh, wait. Oh, now she's texting me. 1 sec. Okay, go ahead.
She's catching hurricane
Sorry, we
balls
moved
right
on.
now.
God damn it.
Tell her
We're
we
in the
moved on.
middle of the goddamn balls got a bitch.
And she's not watching.
Okay, well, here's my topic this
Come on,
week.
Balls. Give us the heat.
I'm struggling, okay, because this whole thing came out with the okay sign.
Yeah, I know this has been getting your goat.
And
Let's
growing
talk about
up, this, like, how many times do you do this to somebody?
Okay.
Okay. I don't do it a lot. I do thumbs up and probably
What
more.
is this, racist now or
Yes,
something?
it's racist
Yeah.
now. And it's bullshit because
Why is it racist?
some idiot, as a joke, said that it was racist just to see what would happen, and the media took it and ran
Is
with
that
it.
true?
Yes, it was a total...
Just to see.
That's
So he
what
made
I-
up that the circle and
yes,
the three
like
ones
it's
is
all
what?
like It's I don't know. It's supposed to be white
yeah.
power.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh, come on.
Like it's
And
you.
people are buying into it.
And they are.
I can
And-
see it being sexual. Isn't it sexual? Like you're
yeah,
holding
if you're
your
like
buddy.
That's
you're like
another
this.
thing.
What is this
Yeah.
supposed to be?
You
When
put
your
it
buddy
near
holds
your
that, he's
leg
like,
or
gotcha.
something.
But
Yeah,
there's
what is
the-
that?
but
That
there's
I can
the-
see it
but-
being like sexual
Yeah,
harassment.
but there's the game, the ring game.
But
that
what
you
is
play.
that? Tell me what that is.
It's
Nothing.
supposed to like
It's-
identify, like put
Dude,
a spotlight on your penis.
Yeah.
No,
I-
it's
and
no,
look,
it
it
is
is
Look what I
sexual.
and look
No,
what
no,
I
no,
found
no.
today.
Right. It is sexual.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
But that's funny.
So no, this is like a game too. If you did this and you got somebody to look at it,
What does it mean?
Oh.
What
then
does
you
that
got to
mean?
punch them. Like
Yeah, but what is it supposed
Nothing.
to be?
It means
No,
nothing.
It's sexual. He's right. It's sexual. It is.
There's no meaning behind
Yes,
it.
It is.
is.
It is to look at you.
Yeah,
like
When
your
I was a kid,
thigh
this
or
was-
something.
When I was a kid, this was okay.
Then it's like, oh, gotcha. That's why you can punch somebody. It's like,
No,
you fucking pussy.
I trust me. I looked into it. There is nothing sexual about it.
Your
Depends on how you bend the hand and where the
purely-
fingers.
You're like a horse with blinders on
No,
sometimes.
fuck you. This is my segment, asshole.
And how did I answer yours? On you because you made a big rant about this on Facebook.
I did.
Right.
I don't remember. Tell me, because a lot of people commented on it.
Because all of the emoticons can, or especially the hands, can be changed color.
Yes, they can be.
So I changed mine to a dark brown and
Okay.
said, "Now it's not racist."
Now
you
it's not
go. That
racist.
works.
You're
No,
diverse.
But the guy who came up with this is a genius, and I'll tell you why. Because he has proven that you could take anything
Yeah.
that is normal
Yeah.
and make it offensive.
Yeah.
And this is the culture we live in right
it is.
now.
It's bullshit. And
Things
it
that
pisses
were
me off.
okay 10 years ago is not.
Okay.
Right. That's what them. You're okay.
Yeah. But no, like, and I even made it. I did. I posted on this the other day, and I'm like, when is the thumbs up gonna come out as
Right.
something? Like that's next. And it's funny because I'm like, when is the iPhone? Because they're all like whatever. They're gonna come in because they took the gun emoticon out and they replaced it with a squirt gun looking thing.
Wow.
And now they're going to take this away because it's racist, I'm pretty sure. But it's funny because now when you type in okay, you get this symbol as an option.
We'll take that out.
They're going to take it out. And I'm just curious on when they're going to do that. And it's bullshit.
You think we're on our way to some 1984 Orwellian
Oh,
society?
yeah, it's
It's
starting
starting
already.
to sound a lot like communism to me.
The okay, the thumbs up, the head nod, it's all gone.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
gone. You know?
Take
They're
your,
putting it up there with the old...
Still got our horns, man.
take your pill number 4 and go to work.
With the red or the blue.
And then my rhythm. The whole thing with rhythm is just so goddamn hard to spell.
You can't spell rhythm.
I can't.
Look at me and spell it. Look at my eyes. Go.
There's
I
no
just
spell
looked at
check
it.
there.
I just looked at it.
Okay, you're not spelling it.
RHYT. Yeah, I can't do it.
You can't do it.
You're almost there.
No, THM. See, I always think there's
No,
another.
but you looked.
I did. I can't do it, dude.
That was hilarious. You
I can
couldn't do it.
literally look at it and immediately I get all like,
Oh man.
like- what is it? What is it?
but I'm with you on that one. Rhythm's tough. I used to screw up definitely quite a bit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's a
one's
good one,
that one's a
too.
good one.
This whole I before E.
defiantly.
You guys remember that song? It was like, "This is the rhythm of the night."
Yeah, but
You're
that
a
didn't.
DJ.
I remember
That didn't
Oh,
teach
yeah,
me
yeah.
how to spell it though.
or the rhythm of love.
Wait. Wendy's texting me. Oh, now she wants
I
our
want to
attention.
sing that with her.
She'll do it. Oh no, she just did ... Like, are you
Who
calling?
sings that? I forgot. That's my
Great question. What's
All
my
right,
my
era
Mike.
too.
Go for
Yeah.
it. Pull the trigger.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, hit the button. Hit the button. Hit
Nice.
the button.
No,
That's a
no,
little
no.
bit.
I won't.
God damn it, Wendy.
Should we take a bite of a cookie while we're waiting?
The worst part about this is there's 15 lines in that studio
my
probably.
God.
So funny. We just keep calling.
Bob, how many request lines?
Well, yeah, there's 9, but only one rings if it's.
It's one phone.
Yeah, it's one phone. There are many lines, but
Blinky,
I lo-
blinky,
I love it.
blinky,
This
blinky.
is the
they're not
episode
all
where we
ringing.
called
It's one
Wendi.
line.
We just every like 5 minutes.
Oh
it's
my
just the
God.
phone ringing in
Just
the
turn-
background.
this is a great bit. Just keep calling.
No,
it.
it's not.
It's
Just
like
enjoy
who's
the
on
ring.
first. It's like who's on. This is a classic. This is like
This
Laurel
is classic tag you're it. Tag you're it. Oh, when you calling me? I'll call you when we're
Oh,
ready. I'll call
man.
you now. Well, I'm not ready. No, fuck that. Answer the phone.
Oh, she has got to try.
3 breaks an hour.
Hi.
Hey!
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
So nice to see you.
Good thing you're not busy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm been so busy. I am actually so busy.
Oh.
So crazy. And nobody's here to produce my show, so I'm doing all the stuff myself.
Oh,
Plus, I had to do liners, and then I had to do a commercial, and then I'm giving away tickets every hour, and it's
This
just
is
like,
prime
also,
time
hang on
for
a
the
second,
night
I'm going on the
show,
air.
yeah.
Hang on, hang on.
Oh,
And there we go.
Oh, listen.
Oh,
let's
I heard
listen
an
to her
echo.
work.
I heard an echo.
Shh.
Hey, I almost did what you did.
Can we hear? Can we hear her working?
Congratulations, yeah. Chris Wiseman, and if you missed out on your Metallica SNMT movie passes, don't you worry, baby. More chances on the way.
Baby.
Here with you until midnight. 410-338-10.
We already here.
back.
We were already here.
Great.
Hey,
that was
baby.
a great job. I love that.
Hey, baby.
Wendy, we're here. We're here with Bob Delmont.
Bob Delmont's sitting here with us.
Bob Delmont, Delmont Steiner, WPOC. How's
What?
it going?
Hey, Wendy. So funny. How are you?
I'm good. Did you tell them you went to our comedy show?
Yeah. I told you, yeah, I love that show. That was awesome. You mean the one in with Schlegel or whatever?
Yeah. And a stage
Oh, at
5
Ram's Head.
clinger. Mhm.
That was a good show. That was a great lineup.
There was a stage 5
Oh,
clinger.
good.
Were you the
Yes,
stage
we'll
5
talk
clinger?
about
Bob?
that off the air, Stefan.
No, this is Eric. This is
Ooh.
Balls. Get your
Oh,
voices
sorry.
straight.
It's very choppy. I can't hear who's talking to me actually.
Sorry, we're excited.
Bit of a delay,
Alright.
but that's okay.
I need a telex next. Okay, so put that on order.
So, Bob, you stayed for the second episode, buddy. Are you having a good time?
I'm having a blast. These guys are awesome. Thank you so much for inviting me. I may not leave. I just might stay here on the couch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's plenty
I
of
want
room.
you to know, in my defense, I did invite you to come hang out with us on the podcast when I was still capable of doing so.
No, I know, and it was my fault because I couldn't make that time, and I had to move it, and then you got the night gig, which is a much better thing. But literally 2 days ago, I totally didn't even think of that, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to see Wendy
No,
tonight.
I know, and I feel bad because even when you moved your date, I still didn't have this new position yet, and I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
I feel bad.
It's all good. No, don't, please. It's much better.
We
this
can
way.
invite him back, Wendy.
Wendy.
Yes, well, hopefully, my schedule frees up after this Ravens season. So
Yeah. But no, I'm so happy that you got the night gig there. It's meant for you, and you're such a good friend and such a funny girl, and I'm so glad to be here. so thank
you're
you.
so kind. I love you. You're the best.
Aw, you are.
Wendy, Bob.
I know. I can. I'm going to tell the boys real quick. I used to listen to Bob all the time and request all these old ass country songs that I
Hell
wanted
yeah.
to hear, and he had to Shut me down. he's like, Woody, that song's 25 years old. I need you to lock it up.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things I can't play.
You just can't do
I
that.
don't really have autonomy on that, so whatever.
I know, but it would be so funny because I'd be like, yeah, old Reba, and he's like, Wendy, no.
I was gonna say maybe a song like "Fancy" by Reba
Yeah,
McEntire.
I mean, we played that in the '90s, but it didn't come up in research that much. That'd be like me if I called you and said, "Can you play some Crocus or something?" I don't know, whatever
Yeah,
band from the
Dockin'.
'80s.
Can you-
Doc, exactly, good one.
How
Doc.
about, can you play some Crash Test Dummies?
It's so funny because the stuff that people request here is so bizarre to me. Like someone texts in every day asking if we can play the entire Dookie album by Green Day, and
not
I'm
a
like,
bad
that's
request.
so unrealistic.
Yeah.
I can't play an entire album
Sure.
by what band?
Right? Yeah.
Could you play some
tune in
Hank
at 3.
Senior, Hank Williams Senior, please?
Yes, I'm so lonesome I could die.
Probably
What's an
more for
artist?
Bob.
What deep cut do you get from like a listener that is just so far removed that's just would not be in your format at all? It's still rock, but you just won't play it anymore.
I mean, it's every day. Like I got a text yesterday saying anything from Pantera or
Yeah.
anything from Zebra or whatever. Like what the hell?
Now, are they
Zebra.
Are you playing any Nikki 6 or 6 a.m. or whatever?
We do occasionally. I've
Okay.
seen it in
All
the
right,
log.
cool.
I
All
heard,
right.
I heard
yeah.
Nikki Sixx is
Can
a
I get you
dick.
guys to hang on for just another second? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, if we
One
have
second. Talk amongst
to.
yourselves.
If we
Yeah.
have to.
Well, no, what I was gonna say was I heard.
No,
Nikki,
we're gonna listen to you.
I heard Nikki Sixx was a dick. I can't remember who said that. I think it might have been Mickey.
Yeah, I think it was Mickey.
Yeah.
It was.
But I think he was real excited to meet him, and he just was just very dismissive.
yeah.
I was friends with
God,
I mean, she worked at 98 Rock as well, but his co-host who was on
Jen.
Jen.
Right,
Jen
right.
Weidner. Yeah, she's really cool.
Yeah,
it's a
I've heard
shame
good
that show
things
didn't.
about her.
I guess he didn't want to do it anymore. Was
No,
that the deal?
he definitely quit. He said, "I'm done."
Yeah, he's just done.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a shame.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I heard really positive things about her
Yeah.
across
Oh,
the
Jen
board.
was cool. Yeah.
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 Just
And
like-
she's a talent.
yeah,
She's
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm
She's-
sure somebody picked her up. somewhere.
I think Dallas, and I don't know. I think she had another job, and I don't know the update actually. I'm sure she has a gig somewhere, but she worked with us for a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, doing traffic and stuff.
Oh, Tim Full Power's on. Hurry up,
Hey.
Wendy. Hurry up, Wendy. Hurry up.
Tim Full. Hey.
Well, Tim says hi.
Shout
Tim.
out from Thunder Bay, Canada.
Team Full Power, Thunder Bay, Canada, 98 Rock, best station.
By the way, he sent something to the station. I don't know what it is, but he told me he mailed something to the morning show.
To the morning show?
Tim,
I'm sure I'll hear about it. I listen since I'm in my work car by like 5:30. I hear like everything.
Tim, now is the time
Lucky
to admit if you sent them a dick at your door. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Maybe that's what we need to do. Send the morning show a dick at your door.
I don't think that's Tim's speed.
It's not his speed. That's our speed, and we're going to do that.
I have something else I need to send to the new producer of the morning show because I don't think the old producer ever sent it to them.
Who, Hannah? What do you got to send to Hannah?
Well, I had Jeff make.
You know, we were all together on Friday night. I would have loved to have had all of these conversations.
I just thought of this. I had Jeff make a sweeper for them. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
I don't know if
Mike
you think
never
they're going to
played.
use it?
There's no reason why they can't. But Mike never used it.
Huh. God, Mike,
Yeah.
you bastard.
I have a feeling they're probably not going to use it.
Probably going to, yeah. Mike,
I like when
I know. Look, the morning show is such a tight ship, and they're so I don't want to use the word pretentious, but they're very in their own, like, this is what we decide and what we wanted. You know
what? But if Justin heard it and I said, I had this produced for you, he'd probably shit a brick for me.
By the way, Tim said it's a gift.
Why don't you just email it specifically to Justin then, so he can be the backbone of that operation?
Okay. All right.
Is this a meeting we should be having off of the podcast?
Yeah.
I'm going to play
Bob
it when she's done.
Delmont's Diner, WPOC,
Yeah.
middays.
We've got Bob here. Wendy's on the phone. This is like a pre-podcast meeting discussion.
My favorite.
Yeah, well, poor Bob is like, I don't know what you guys are talking about.
I don't
know what you're
mind.
talking
I'm just
about.
glad to be here. I'm drinking some vodka.
Hell yeah.
There's pizza here, and I'm
got
talking to Wendy.
Yeah.
We got Bob to
Good.
drink his first.
Can I tell you guys, I'm so excited.
Okay.
Like, Bob, you've been doing this for so long, and you're amazing at it, but I'm geeking out because one of my liners that I recorded today is being played all throughout the Ravens game on Sunday.
No way! Wow.
Yeah, and I'm geeking out over here.
That is
I'm so
great.
excited.
That is so cool.
I know.
awesome.
I came in, I saw the email, and I was like, oh my God, I am so cool. Like, I'm amazing.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you.
We're losing our grip on her stuff.
I can't wait.
Yep.
I want to hear it. I can't wait to hear it.
I know, me too.
It's so wild. I know. I would love to repeat it to you, but it's a huge give that we're doing next week, and I don't know if I'm allowed
No,
to.
Yeah,
don't blow
probably
it.
a bad
Don't blow
idea.
it. Let it be a surprise.
Unless we could drive
Yeah.
people to the pod. No, I'm just kidding. So Bob brought in a gift for our 3-year anniversary, Wendy.
I put a picture.
Oh my God!
And it's
Did you? What is that?
It's
Look
it's
at
the
yourself.
coolest thing.
Look at your phone.
It's a box of cookies with our logo in the frosting.
Oh my God! You stop it. Let
Isn't
me
it
see.
amazing?
Oh, is it in the messages?
Yeah, I put
I
it.
wanna
I
see
put
what's-
it. I put it in the chat.
I love it. I love that. Where did you get those done?
I had a digital person.
He made them himself.
replace with my own hands. Change the logo for. Sorry about the big time in
That's
comedy.
okay.
Happy 3rd anniversary, and then I just sent it to this company that online that makes cookies, and you just put a logo on it, any logo, and so they did it. So there you go.
Isn't he sweet?
I have to make
So
sure.
Tell
Go
me
ahead.
how the conversation went with your digital guy when he sees this and he goes, Paco's got balls, huh? That's what we're doing.
Featuring Wendy.
Yeah, I don't
They're
think.
like, he's like, what threesome are you getting into,
exactly.
Bob Delmont?
It's a porno show. It's a show on Pornhub, actually, with the three of them.
Yeah. very good
I heard
website.
you guys discussing that earlier. XNXX, by the way, best one for any
It's a good
internet
one.
porn. If
Let
you
me, let me write that down on this episode notes.
So we got to make sure Andy gets eyes on these cookies.
Okay.
Our previous intern.
Eyes, because they taste like ass, apparently, Wendy, so I would not eat them.
do
They
they
almost-
taste bad?
They kind of hurl.
No, they're so good.
You just
oh
have
my
to
God,
wash
they
them.
are so amazing.
This was not sent to a bakery. I'm sure it wasn't.
No, we got to get Andy
well,
to see it.
I stopped eating carbs and sugar because I hate myself, and I probably wouldn't have had one anyway.
Are you serious? Are you doing that?
Yeah, I've already lost like 20 pounds.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. So are you doing like a keto thing or just carbs and sugar?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I got tired of being fat,
Yeah.
so I decided to make a decision. I made the decision, and now I just tell people I was pre-diabetic because when you tell people you cut out carbs and sugar, they give you a whole what for and 80 paragraphs behind it. So I just say, "Oh, I was pre-diabetic," and they go, "Oh, okay."
It just shuts them up immediately.
It just shuts them right up. So
Well-
I'm like, all right, good. That's
well,
where I'm going to go with that. I was
you-
just tired of being fat.
You missed the best cookie ever.
Yeah.
No,
I'll be
that's good.
I'll be in
Congratu-
Walgreens and I'll see those little like chocolates where it's like sugar free, and then I'm like, oh, that's me. I can have that. And then I have one. I'm like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
they're
awful.
awful, don't.
And they give you really bad
Right,
gas,
I know.
too.
It's still all chemicals too.
Yeah.
But no, what you're doing is awesome. Way to go. I'm telling you, the pounds melt away if you stop sugar and carbs and stuff like that. But I don't
yeah,
know.
and I feel great, and my knees feel great, but it's like I did really well, and now it's like it's slowed down already. I'm like, what else can I cut out? I can't live like this.
Ugh.
It's just I'm almost 40, so my metabolism's like, we're gonna be like real slow with it.
But your knees are good, though. That's important.
Probably a lot of grain, a lot of cream of wheat, a lot of
Yeah.
oatmeal.
A lot of
Now that
fiber.
now that I have a little later on the knees, I can use them more.
How's your energy level?
That's what I'm talking about.
Perhaps you'd be naughty and eat a banana around 11.
Oh my gosh!
On your
What
knees.
is happening?
I actually have an appointment after I leave work today, so.
Nice.
This evening.
An appointment.
Wendy's in her seat.
Yes,
We put you in your seat,
an
babe.
appointment.
Put you in your rightful
Oh, God.
place.
You look great.
If you were watching, you'd see that.
Well, she can't do it
can't,
all.
Mike.
Sure, she can.
Yeah, I know. I have a log in front of me, and then all these computers and Box Pro, and then the phone lines. But sure, let me pull that up.
You should pull it up. That would be cool.
Because the computer doesn't do anything for her.
None.
You guys, all right, pulling it up now since I can't. Okay.
I'm just busting your
I'm gonna
balls.
call all you bitches while you're at work and make you do a million things.
Please.
I'm just busting your balls. I was not serious. Mike is
Just kidding.
serious.
Okay, here we go. I pulled it up. Yep.
There you are.
Oh, now I can hear myself. You hear
But
myself?
did you pull it out?
Oh, never. I mean, wait, what?
What? Huh? What?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We still talking about
We're still talking about. Yeah, it was. I liked it. It was cooler when we put it over John Dayton. That was
cooler.
the funnest thing.
I'm
ever.
actually so surprised. Bob's on the couch. I can see you, Bob. Look how jacked Bob is.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, he's all ripped up.
We can make Bob bigger for you. Here
We're
we
gonna get into that later in the hot seat. Don't you worry.
Oh, you guys haven't done the hot seat with him yet?
No, we're gonna do that very shortly.
We're about to.
As soon as we get off
nice.
the phone.
I don't know what the hot seat is.
You're gonna find out.
Oh,
Rapid fire
boy.
questions that go off the rails.
Oh, okay.
All right, Wendy. We're gonna do a voicemail check-in, fun facts about poop, and then we're gonna do the hot seat.
Can you tell me who your firefighter friend is first, though?
Jason Cirlente.
Do I know him?
No, you do not. He's up in Jersey. We got a
He
lot
hot?
of Jersey listeners. Yeah,
Is he hot?
he's a good-looking guy, but
really hot?
he's married though.
Can you hook her up? Hook a brother up?
But here's the thing. If he's married, why is he sending me such a...
I don't know if it was
Sexy
him.
voicemail.
It literally, he was at the firehouse, so he could have had any one of the firefighters doing that.
Oh, well, I'd like photos. I'd like eyes on target, please.
All right, he procured.
I heard it
and,
was Big Rick. He's about 380 pounds of fury.
It was Fire Marshal
Big
Bill.
ol' Rick.
It was Fire Marshal Bill.
Ah.
Let me tell you something.
It's really funny to me that they did the Fire Marshal Bill impression, and they work at a firehouse, and I get it. So the odds of them doing it all the time because they think it's so funny are very high, and
Yeah.
it was still the worst impression I had ever
It
heard.
was an awful impression, but it
It was a bad impression. I'm like, you know that you're firemen and you do that all the time. How has nobody gotten good at it?
Oh man, I love it. I miss this.
I know. I miss you guys.
We miss you too.
We're gonna do this.
Well,
every
maybe
time
things
we
will
record.
change.
Every time we record, we're gonna do this. We're gonna
I like
talk
how
about
cryptic
What if you
Mike
guys
was.
did this like during the midday and don't do your jobs, and so she can do it? Would
Okay.
that work at all?
I would love to do that.
Okay, sign me up.
I would love to do
Right.
that.
That
So I'll
red
just
thing out
sit
there
in the
can go
studio
away.
middays and put everybody on call, and then just have a guest hang out.
I could probably get
All
away
my
with
guests
it.
have to be unemployed, though.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's the thread of all the
Right.
guests, the similarity.
Oh, it'd be great.
Bye,
Yeah,
Tim Fullpower.
no one knows this, but I have a full-time day job as well.
I knew
Oh,
that.
That's right. I forgot.
Now, you know, everybody's like, "Oh, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Just working. That's all I do, 24 hours a day."
It's okay.
I work and sometimes sleep.
It's for the
I
birds.
know, it's so funny because I just did a whole thing earlier about like paying for things
Wait,
that like
wait.
you wish you could pay for, and I
Oh.
was telling Kirk, I was like, I would pay top dollar for sleep. Top dollar.
You said paying.
Like-
I thought you said pegging.
I heard pegging, too.
I heard
I'm
pegging.
sorry.
Maybe it was a slip. We don't know. I wouldn't pay for that. I get that for free.
All right, Wendy. Well, we're gonna
I
let you go.
apologize.
You go do your
Disgusting.
thing. You keep being awesome. We love you. We miss you.
Cut her loose.
I
Or
love
cut
you
you
guys.
loose.
Miss you guys too. Make sure you're listening during the Ravens game.
Oh, the liner. Can't wait for the liner. It's going
know.
to be awesome.
You can email
I
that
know,
to
I'm
me.
so excited. I was like, me? Me? Okay, yeah.
Little old
thank
me?
You, thank you. I'll do that.
Send that to us after the game if I can't record it.
I can just repeat it because I did it 100 times in the
Go
fucking
ahead, do it
production room
now.
because I wanted it to be perfect.
I double dog dare you.
By the way, our top fan Marin also heard pegging too.
Oh, well, I mean, look, guys, maybe there's something else going on in my brain.
Yeah.
Think.
I don't know what I say. I know not what I do.
And Chrissy also said pegging. Pegging.
Yeah, because these girls know what's up.
They do.
They
They
do.
know what's going down. All right.
Look, I'm not opposed to it. I have definitely masturbated to pegging porn. I'm not going to lie to you guys.
Oh, my
It's
God.
okay. Well, look, we know you're air
Bob's
quote
biting his-
working.
Bob's biting his nails now.
Yeah, poor Bob. He's like, this is supposed to be PG. Why?
No, I'm fine with it. It's fine.
I'm sorry. I totally yeah.
Ask forgiveness and not permission.
Yeah, I went down the route.
Bob's all fucked up on Russian vodka.
I
He doesn't
really
care.
am. I have no idea where I am.
Good.
He doesn't
good.
even know where
I
he's
wish
at.
I was there to be all loopy with you guys.
He doesn't even know that he's getting ready to get led into the woodshed.
I'm going to be on the
Yes,
hot seat
go
soon.
do the hot seat,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to continue to do my dream job.
All right.
Okay.
You,
You
do
go,
it.
girl.
Dream
All right,
away.
I love you guys.
All right, look forward to seeing you again
Bye.
soon.
Yes, you will. Bob, are you joking? We're going to hang out all the time.
No, that's what I mean. I'm serious. I wasn't being sarcastic.
No, I'm being serious. When we were talking about it in Annapolis, I was like, yeah,
No,
totally,
no.
we're hanging out all the time now.
We are.
Guys, I'm being sarcastic.
No. I'll see you, Wendy.
All right, I love you guys. Have fun.
We love you too. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Wendy Townsend, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
Wendy Townsend.
All right.
Yes, it is. Great girl.
Well, Chrissy's
Very
all,
funny. Good stand-up.
Chrissy is all warmed
There's
up.
some excited people.
Uh,
online now.
So let's do a voicemail check. So we have a hotline, Bob. It is 410-645-0709.
And not enough people have been using it.
Right. You all need to step it the fuck up. It's the
We don't care if you're drunk. Do it on Saturday night, Sunday morning.
yeah, PGB Live hotline. You can call up, leave a voicemail anytime, any place. And yeah, we look forward to hearing it. We had a
wait.
lot of really good
Where
ones
did I
come
put
through.
this?
Well, I
Yeah,
gave you
yeah,
lead
couple
time.
couple weeks ago, we had some great ones, and now we've just got, well,
So you get a bunch of voicemails over the weekend and you play them back on
Yeah,
your.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's great.
And they're good. Like we had
it's another idea I stole.
we had an impersonation of Donald Duck and Goofy recently. They had a little debate about big time in comedy.
We had a Jamaican chef an Italian,
Italian chef
chef
who
that eventually became like the ladies' man, 60-year-old black guy.
Oh, okay. So it was a combination of the two.
Well, I
right.
think it's
His
now
is,
this caller had called in previously with the ladies' man-esque
Yes.
character, and then tried to call
The
in. I think-
Cavassier.
Yeah, sort
yeah,
of.
yeah, and he slipped into the.
And then, the next call, I think he was trying to be a different character, but eventually just slipped back into the other character.
Oh, yeah.
So
he
but
went
it was
too
entertaining.
long. He went too long.
Yeah.
You got
All right,
that
Mike,
there,
you
Mike?
got it all fired up.
You're on deck.
Let's go.
Oh.
Bonjour, BTC Universe. Catman here for another provocative episode of Catman Celluloid Minute, the segment where I quiz our fearless podcasters with a plot of a motion picture to see if they can deduce which flick the fuck it is.
Can you pause
Wait
it?
for applause.
Sorry. Okay. Rule is he's gonna quiz us on it. Don't yell it out.
Gotcha. I won't say it.
Okay. I forgot to establish the rules, and we're still making them up as we go. Okay, continue.
Thank you.
Waiting for applause. Thank you for applause. Remember, podcasters, keep those salivating estuaries closed till the end of the segment. This means you, Paco. This week's silver screen masterpiece was released in 1998. A guy who's never stopped loving the girl he almost got to take to a high school prom until a painful accident interferes, tries to rekindle his relationships. This movie has a cameo from a New York and Minnesota superstar who likes to send them dick pics. So, Buttercups, what the fuck is this flick? Teetle-tattle, answers now, podcasters on the double.
My God.
I can't even listen to what he's saying because I'm so into like the production value that he's adding to it.
Which, by the way, I got a Facebook message apologizing for the poor quality of the call. So just read. Just don't add sounds.
Can you see the text of it?
Yeah, what's the description of the movie
Yeah,
again?
describe the
I kind of
movie
missed.
I got it. I already know it.
Well, here's
Damn.
I'd love to read it, but it's like Google Voice.
Play it again. Play it again.
all
Another
right.
minute and 11
Play it
seconds?
again.
Okay.
Well,
Or just the description
Fast
part.
Yeah,
forward
just
to
go
the
to the-
description
yeah.
part.
I
We'll
can't.
take some liberties.
Manning Celluloid Minute, the segment where I quiz our fearless podcasters with a plot of a motion picture to see if they can deduce which flick the fuck it is. Wait for applause. Waiting for applause.
I like the
Thank you
background
for
music.
applause.
I like the old.
Remember,
Another
podcasters,
like sort of black guy
keep
voice.
those salivating estuaries closed till the end of the segment. This means you, Paco. This week's silver screen masterpiece was released in 1998. A guy who's never stopped loving the girl he almost got to take to a high school prom until a painful accident interferes, tries to rekindle his relationships.
Oh, I got it.
This movie has a cameo from a New York and Minnesota superstar who likes to send them dick pics. So, Buttercups, what the fuck is this flick? Teetle-tattle, answers now, podcasters on the double.
All right.
I
how
gave
do
him
we-
extra applause.
How
for
do we
that.
want to do this now?
Well, I'm 100% positive what it is.
I know what it is too. Everybody knows what it is.
Oh, you do know.
Yeah, I know. I do now.
All right.
So he probably did an answer. Do we
He
want to?
did. Of course he did. 2 minutes after he left the question.
Well, wait. Name the sports figure he's talking about in the film.
That I don't know.
That I don't know.
I missed the cameo.
He was crafty about it. He said a New York and Minnesota legend. He didn't say a Green Bay legend.
Right.
Meaning it was a quarterback that played for the Green Bay Packers.
Favre.
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 Are we talking about the same movie?
Ding.
I think
I think
so.
we're sure
I'm
we
like-
all
I'm
have
probably
He
off.
was
I think
the
I'm off now.
ex-boyfriend of the titular character.
Favre.
Okay. I got it
She
now.
always used to talk about Brett. Then at the end
I
of the
got
Frank
movie,
it. I was
and
off.
beans.
I was off, but I got it now.
Yeah.
I was.
Of course you do.
Yeah, I was
you
wrong.
still, we all talk about
This
the same
week's
We are
answer
now.
Who's the star of the
to the
movie?
Catman and
Still.
Celluloid
Ben
Minute
Stiller.
Stiller.
was
Yeah, all
there
right, good.
something about Mary.
There you go.
And boys and girls, there was.
But I didn't hear what he said.
He said in the movie there was something about Mary. And guess what, boys and girls? There was.
There was something about it. Great movie.
Well
Very fun.
done.
Fantastic flick.
You know,
I actually
We-
referenced that. Last
we got some
episode.
volume out of 2 calls. So thanks.
I'm glad there's no sequel.
Thanks,
Usually they
Catman.
make sequels out of that.
No, they didn't make a sequel.
Thank goodness.
No.
I'm glad.
It's our very own Steve McKenna there.
Oh, that's
Wait,
great.
what?
He's our very own Steve McKenna.
He says it's Catman. And
No, I call him Steve McKenna. All right. So, PGB Live Hotline, 410-645-0709. Get fucked up. Get wild.
fucked up.
Give us a call. Fun fact, Stefan.
Don't add any sound effects. We got it.
Bob
We
and
got
Stefan. Fun fact, everybody poops. I came across this fact.
The book, you mean?
Not the book. I am
No.
familiar with the book.
It's a kid's
fantastic
book, right?
It
Okay.
is.
Fantastic read.
It is. It's a great read.
The ending, though, don't spoil it for anybody.
Yeah, no, I'm not. So sloths only poop once a week, and when they do, their turds are massive, up to a third of their entire body
Oh, stop
weight.
it.
Right? Since it takes them so long to do the deed, they are incredibly vulnerable to predators during this downtime. This leisurely log laying leads to over half of all sloth fatalities.
While they're
Wow.
While they're duking it out with the old Stanley steamer.
Does it take him a long time, I guess, huh?
Yeah,
To
it
get
takes him
out.
a while. So, Stefan, you have IBS.
I do.
You shit like 4 times before noon.
Yeah.
So would you say this is at your most vulnerable time of the day is when you're...
For the simple fact that I'm looking at my phone while I'm sitting.
But he can lock the door.
I'm usually pretty aware. Yeah, the door's locked. I'm very hyper aware if someone
look,
comes in.
if a marauder came in,
Yeah.
you couldn't do anything. You're stuck, right?
Now hold on, Bob. You just used a fucking define marauder.
mean-
wait, is this like fucking Mad Max?
Yes.
Like it was post-apocalyptic me taking a shit, or this is like I'm at my everyday job.
This is a guy who comes in. He's got stuff under his eyes, a mohawk, and those shoulder pads that are made of metal.
Yeah, spicy.
And he comes in screaming. Yeah, a marauder.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna lock the door, make sure the door's locked,
Daintily.
pick my feet up, right? Slowly get my pants back on, and at this point, I really don't care if I've wiped my ass or not. This is a marauder, right?
Yeah.
This is someone that you have described as there to kill me.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about the shit itself, so I can pitch it off pretty quick.
Okay.
I don't think I'm vulnerable. I think I'm heightened at that moment, where my senses are a little bit razor sharp.
Sometimes, like right before I have to go, by the way, I kind of gross myself. Do you ever gross yourself out and think, that's in me right now?
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever think,
No.
you know?
That'll ruin it for me.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't when you get it out, it's like such a relief. But like you're walking around with that
Yeah.
for hours and
Right.
hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right now in us.
It is.
Maybe it doesn't have to go out, but it's there.
It's there.
And it's inside your body.
Here's the wild thing. My oh, you dick. I hope you didn't shake that. I have my 4-year-old daughter.
That grosses me out.
She
Not
puts
your
me
daughter,
to
what I was just
shame. Like, and she's forgets to flush, and she does this whole pride thing where she's just like, "Dad, you got to come and see this."
Yeah.
Like, she's so proud of it. And my sister came into town like last weekend, and she's like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom." She just drove a couple hours. She gotta go to the bathroom. I was like, "Go, go, go." She goes upstairs, and my sister's like, "Oh my God!" And she yells at me, and I'm like, "What? I don't use that bathroom. What are you talking about?" And I go in there, and I'm like, "Jesus." And I'm like, "Olivia, what? You forgot to flush the toilet?" And my sister's like, "She did that?" She's like, "I thought you did that." I'm like, "No, that's my 4-year-old daughter. That's impressive."
That's good work.
It is.
She's proud.
Yeah.
She's
I think
proud.
we all are for like
I'm
a half
proud.
second
Right.
when we look at our own. Like, how do we do? It's a good one. And then we flush it down.
Look
Yeah.
what I have created. Yeah.
Right.
Well, everybody poops, Eric.
They do. They
you
sure
go.
do.
You got it.
All right, I think it's time for the hot seat.
Do it.
What do you think?
Paco and Boss and Wendi.
All right. Mike, can I get a little teeny more in the headphones, please? Or a microphone? Up my
Intensify it.
microphone. Stefan, do you want to go first?
Sure. So you've been a DJ, a country DJ for how long?
So probably, let's see, close to 30 years, actually.
Are you a country music fan?
I am. I became one in college when I was in college radio. I wanted to be, of course, a DJ, a top 40 DJ, screaming over records. And then I was like, well, I don't care what kind of...
So who were your heroes?
Huh?
I'm sorry. We'll add that later.
Yeah, Mike, you're stepping out of line.
Oh, that's all right. 80s pop, the Bryan Adams is actually one of my favorite artists, and Billy Joel and Phil Collins.
We'll get back to this.
Great.
Anyway, so and then it was the 90s. I was in college and country became huge. Garth Brooks just blew the doors
Right.
open. Kind of made it cool, and I was like, it was the one format I did not want to do. It's the one format I'm like, I know it's big, I don't want to understand it, I don't care why it is. So my first gig in Johnstown, you mentioned in the first episode, was an oldie station, and I'm like, all right, I could do this for a while, oldies, Beatles, and Motown stuff like that. And then it flipped the country. Every station was flipping the country in the early 90s. So I'm like, well, they didn't fire us, so I'm like, I guess I got to learn this. Then I started to understand why it was becoming popular. I started to like the music. There was a message behind the music. It told a story. You could understand the words, that whole thing. So, yeah, look, I don't like every song, just like any format.
yeah.
But, I'm definitely a country music
I
fan.
can relate because I was born in Iowa. We moved to Maryland when I was like 9. And I went back out there for college. And as I was packing up to leave, my older brother was like, "Great, I guess this means you're going to come back like a country music lover." And I'm like, "Fuck, no way, never going to happen. There's just no way.
Never going to happen."
I came home from my freshman year, and I'm like, Brad, dude, you got to check out this CD I burned. I burned this from MP3s. It's incredible. And it was all country. And he's like,
Sure.
"Oh, you got to be shitting me." I'm like, "No." And fast forward like 15 years, and I went to CMA Fest this past June and had like the time of my life.
Did you really?
Yeah, man.
I've never gone to that.
Oh,
That's so cool.
that was on my list of questions.
Were you like there all
baiting.
4 days or something?
I
or-
went in on Wednesday night, and I had to fly out Saturday because my daughter's birthday party was Sunday.
Still.
And I went, so one of my best friends who actually we brought him on to the podcast like the next week, Josh Wheeler's ex-military and his buddy Whit, who they were stationed together in Germany. They've been going for years, and they've been trying to get me to go, and their group of people are from all around the country, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
So I went down there Wednesday night. They just end up getting really cool experiences just fall in their lap. And they went to the CMT Awards on Wednesday night before I got there. I was flying in, and they just ended up in a skybox.
Oh, wow.
At Bridgestone Arena.
Cool.
Just through just knowing people, and they're like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we got a space in the skybox. You want to go up there?" And they're like, "Oh, okay." And then I get into town and like, "Yeah, we guns a-blazing." And but no, I had an amazing time. Everybody that is there just has a true love for country music.
Yeah.
It's a free festival except the concert at night in the stadium. That's where you get your pass for.
Okay.
And it's like $400 for like a field ticket for 4 nights.
Yeah,
And you
it's not
see you could see every top country musician.
So you've met a lot of country artists, I'm assuming? Well, no, at the
I
station.
forgot
right?
we got in the hot seat.
Yeah, we're fine. But
I'm
you've
sorry.
met a lot. There's a following question. to
Right,
this,
right,
but
right.
No,
have
it's-
a lot of folks rolled through there that
Yeah.
you've met over the years. Who's the coolest and who's the biggest asshole?
Oh boy, coolest. Let's see.
And however you define that, but the person that you met was like, wow, that guy's or guy, girl, whoever is.
It's probably not like the biggest star, but like there's an artist named Dierks Bentley.
Yeah, of
who's
course.
Yeah.
really solid.
He's a huge star.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not as I
Just now.
wasn't sure how he's big. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you guys knew.
I know country very well.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Yeah. He's a solid dude. Really, really nice, down to earth, and just takes time to talk to you.
I was
and-
afraid you were going to say he was an asshole.
No.
I see.
And here's the thing. As far as like
on a plane, that's him,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
As far as like the word, nobody has ever. See, it's a stigma thing with country artists, whether they're faking it or they're authentic. They're always nice,
Right.
You can't get away with being like a jerk. You can with rock and pop
Right.
or whatever, being a diva. At the at the most, maybe if I had done an interview, somebody who was not very responsive or giving me what I wanted, and not to say these are bad people, but like an artist named Jamie Johnson.
Sure,
that's
I know
just
who he is.
he's amazing artist, but just not very personable. So
Right.
I had a tough time getting stuff
Wait,
out of
did
him
you
in
say
an interview.
Jimmy or Jamie?
Jamie
Johnson,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
He did the. What was that song?
Color.
Okay, yeah, that's
in-
it.
in
Yeah, so you
Color.
should have seen it. In
Yeah,
color.
yeah.
Yeah, well, he seems
he's
like
brilliant.
he'd be sort of an introverted guy,
Yeah.
right?
So it's hard, but nobody's been like a jerk. I don't have any stories of any country stars just like, wow, what a bad attitude.
Anybody you got starstruck by?
Garth, I mean, meeting
cool.
Garth for the first time
Dude.
was in Reba. I
Whoa.
mean, these are like heavy hitters in country music.
For sure.
Legends. And
Well, Reba sort of transcends country music at this point.
Oh,
She's-
yeah.
She had a sitcom. She was in Tremors.
Yeah.
Remember? I mean, she had a film career. Reba's done
Broadway,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anna Get Your Gun. I mean, she's multi-talented. I mean, she could do anything. So, and she's very nice. She knows how to, and one of the best interviews. She knows how to give an interview. That's what I love about certain, whether you're an actor or an artist, if you're doing what I do and you interview people, you can just tell immediately that you could just lob them a question and they make your job so easy. They just know what to do.
Yeah.
Whether they have it rehearsed or whatever, it's brilliant.
Do you like bread? Yes.
But country music, the one format that I never thought I would be in, has treated me very well. It's something that if you think about radio and DJs, if I was to take the top 40 thing, I would have aged out of that a long time ago. There's no way I could be on Z104
it's
or
splattered.
whatever. Yeah, so country music, because
Splintered.
there is such a wide variety of audience, from young to 60, 70, as an on-air personality, I would be able to survive my age demographic. I'm 50 now, and I'm still
great
on.
for 50.
Oh, thank you, man.
Do.
Just turned it, summer of '69. I was
Nice.
born in the summer of '69.
Nice.
So,
Brian
yeah,
Adams.
so it's been very, very good for me. So,
All right. So I'm going to shift gears a little bit.
okay.
So you're a Breaking Bad fan, yes?
Yeah. Can't wait for the movie. El
We are-
Camino.
That was my question. So you're making this too easy for me.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding. So what are your thoughts? Have you seen the trailer for it yet?
Yeah, not much of a trailer, kind of a teaser. He's just sitting in the car or whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. Is this happening right after the events of the...
It's supposed to pick up after he gets broke free of
Yeah.
the imprisonment.
Because you hear the reports on the radio
Yes.
of what happened.
There's an actual trailer where it there's a teaser and then there's an actual trailer.
Maybe I didn't see the actual trailer.
And it's yeah. There's did you see it, Stefan? Good
Trailer?
answer.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
At the very end, is that Walter White's voice that you hear?
You're not sure, and I think you're supposed to be unsure.
I'm
Yes.
sorry I'm not prepared. I
don't
No,
think
no,
it's
no,
in the
you're
trailer.
okay.
I don't think he's alive. I think there's a flashback or a
Right,
or
it's
a
something,
vision or
but
something.
it was no. We in my
a
household
Palpatine in the,
are
third.
extremely clamoring for this. We have a comedy show that night that it comes out.
Oh.
So I'm going to be running home immediately after, so that my wife and I can watch it. Do you watch Better Call Saul?
I do. I
Okay.
was slow to get on to that
Yes.
because I know you're going to not like me. He wasn't my favorite character, and I didn't think he was going to be strong enough to hold his own. It's not as good as Breaking Bad,
Right.
but I got hooked in, and I enjoy the story. So, yeah, I do watch it. I like it.
It feels like to me, just because of the writing and the filmography and just everything about it, it feels like you're just kind of watching an extension to
Sure.
the Breaking Bad. Again, because Breaking Bad's over, it's something in my eyes.
Right. And
It's
he's a good
something.
character, and he's
gotten better. He's gotten a lot
they've developed
stronger.
it very well. And the surrounding characters, even
Yes.
the newer ones, the girl, I forget the girl, who's
Right.
like love interest or
Right.
friend or whatever. Excellent. Yeah, it's very good.
And there's good question about where is this going, and they do the same kind of thing where they do the foreshadowing and the timeline is all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know when that's going to end or what they're going to do with that.
I don't know. I think they're probably going to squeak probably 2 more seasons out of that, I would think.
The thing I like most about the El Camino trailer
Yeah.
was that you didn't really know what the hell was going on.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think in today's society, these trailers show so much of
yeah.
the film.
That's why I
that
don't like watching them.
Me too. So I was refreshed walking away, going, "What the fuck's about?" But I'm interested.
There's
obviously,
actual
right?
curiosity, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's what a trailer should do is just build it and not show you
Yeah.
every fucking scene in the movie.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I think there's a couple movies I can't name it. I think they're getting better with that.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to learn that people don't want to see it all in the trailer.
Gotcha.
Well, there's a lot of times, too, where I'll pick a movie and my wife will be like, "What's this about?" And I'm like, "I don't know. That's why we're going to watch it. We're
Yeah.
going to find out. I don't want to know anything about it. I want it to be a surprise."
Well, sometimes we start watching it. We'll do the same, but we'll say, "Hey, let's watch the trailer," and then we'll catch 10 seconds. But cool, let's watch it.
Yeah.
Right? Like I don't need to see anymore. I'm hooked.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll go and be like, "All right, we're not interested." But I rarely watch the entire trailer anymore when I have control of it.
Right.
So yeah.
Have you watched the series The Boys?
Oh my gosh! You woke me up immediately. So I'm a big, huge superhero fan.
Okay.
I like superhero movies.
Right.
Good. There's a lot of bad ones out there.
There are.
I collect them actually. I have every superhero movie on Blu-ray. I don't know
Nice.
why. It's the only thing I collect. I don't know if action figures. I don't do cosplay. That's the one thing I do. But anyway, The Boys. I forgot that it was from a comic book, kind of like the Walking Dead type of thing. They brought it to the screen. It's brilliant. Superheroes who are like assholes.
They're bad.
Who are doing it for themselves and for a selfish reason. Obviously,
for money.
All the characters, obviously based on like the Justice League or that kind of thing.
The Deep, he's Aquaman. It's
The Deep. Yeah,
The Deep.
Queen Maeve is Wonder Woman. Black Noir, I guess, is Batman or whatever.
I think, yeah.
So I love it. I think it's really good. I think you can tell sometimes if you watch as much TV as I do, they are struggling with a budget sometimes.
Yeah.
So they want to do more, but they just can't.
I think the second season is gonna bust wide open.
I cannot wait.
I hope. And by the way, the guy that did the movie call in, he's the one that told me to watch. He's like, dude, check this out. It's really good.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it's so different. Like
It
the
was.
first episode blew me away.
I was like, oh, another fucking superhero thing.
Yeah.
And it's a complete
Well, yeah,
inversion.
what a twist.
Yeah.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Right off the bat, it hooks you, right? Where it's like that young couple, and they're like super in love, and it's super relatable. It's like they're like, "Oh, you're so funny. No, you should have called me." And it's like,
and it was so funny their conversation.
they're like
where
so sweet. And
yeah,
then it's like
just splat.
She's gone, and it's crazy. And
Sorry,
then
Just to give
spoiler
a quick
alert.
synopsis, these are superheroes who they do help people, but it's all based on this company who's out to make money, and they're getting paid a lot of money. They've got sponsors, and they want likes and social media and things like that. So they're doing the superhero thing for the wrong reasons, and they do bad stuff behind closed doors to benefit them. They kill people.
Yeah.
They don't need to be killed.
they have no consequences.
They're
They're
dope
gods,
at all.
right?
They're doped up.
Unchecked power, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's such a. And
It's so good.
So I started watching this I don't know. There's so many shows, and I started watching.
There's
it.
too many. I can't. There's some.
Well, and they're an hour long, and I have 2 young kids, so I watch a shitload of Disney and cartoons, and then I get a moment, and it's kind of like, what do I want? I get overwhelmed, and Monday I just called out of work sick, and I laid in bed and just binged The Boys all day.
We love
and
that.
I watched the entire I think I was on episode 3 or 4 and just knocked it out of the park.
It's hard not to want to just sit there and watch
It
the
is.
next one. I have so many shows on my docket that I don't like to binge because it takes so much time for the new season to come out.
It does.
I spread it out almost as much as they would come out every week, and I just so I can marinate in it. Let it last as long as I can. So I rotate. It's really sad. This is my life.
No, I usually do the same thing, but then
it's hard.
Then I get distracted, and then it's like, oh, I left off in episode 4, and I savor the flavor.
You guys are probably much younger than me. Are you watching Cobra Kai? Have you seen that?
I want
Are
to.
you Karate
I
Kid
haven't.
fans?
Yes,
at all?
I'm
Do you
very
remember the
much.
original?
I didn't get Cobra. I didn't get into Cobra Kai. I'm a huge Karate Kid.
huge
fan.
Let me
Karate
tell you
Kid
something.
fan,
I'm not going to give anything away about Cobra Kai. It's a really good show. It is excellent. I'll tell you why it's excellent, because it's current. They've got current humor that's kind of sharp. Johnny is like the main character, and he's fantastic. I can't remember the actor's name.
Yeah.
But they also weave in an 80s type of style that actually brings you back to a taste of the original movie. But it's not schlocky. They do it. I don't know how they do it. They kind of like go back and forth with it's current, but yet you still have that 80s feel, some of the music or whatever. So there's the cast, there's kids involved, like his offspring and some other students. And then, of course, the Johnny, who's running Cobra Kai, and Daniel LaRusso is making a lot of money at a car dealership. Guys, just watch it. It's really
I
good.
want to.
Yeah, I do too. Where
I'm
do you
glad
catch
that you brought
though?
that up.
It's YouTube.
It's YouTube Red.
Yeah,
so you got to pay for it.
I think
it's
that's
like
why
a
I've never
$7.
watched it.
Yeah,
That
it's
might
like
be
$7.
why.
But I think somebody told me, and I don't know if this is true. They're coming out with season 3 now. So season 1 might be available for free on regular YouTube, just because it's been so long. I might be wrong about that, but it's definitely worth a watch.
Well,
if you like The Karate Kid, you'll like this. They did a good job.
This is the hot seat. If you're wrong about that, we're gonna fucking know. Okay.
Damn it.
All right. Stefan, are you up, I think? Yeah, I kicked that whole thing off.
All right. I'm gonna open this up to the room. Favorite country singer. We'll start with you, and then we're gonna go around the room.
I'm a big fan of hooky radio poppy songs. Keith Urban
Love Keith
is
Urban.
my favorite.
Why?
Just because you know what? It's just one of those things. Like when I was a kid, Bryan Adams is like, you hear a song, it's like, oh, that's catchy. Oh, this one, it's the same guy. That's same thing with Keith Urban. He's got really good radio hooky songs that are very memorable, and he's just a great artist. He's a great musician. So yeah, Keith Urban for me.
No, that's a good one. And if I could just give you a Keith Urban quote. Blue ain't your color. No, I'm just kidding.
Nice.
I'm just kidding.
Come
Mike,
on.
who's your favorite country
I'm
singer?
wearing all blue too.
Wasn't into country until Garth.
Garth Brooks. It's for you. It's Garth Brooks.
Me either, man.
So yeah, I just that was, and to this day I follow Garth. Yeah, so that's it.
Okay, Eric.
I'm gonna say my favorite female is Maren Morris.
Oh yeah.
And favorite male is Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, newcomer. He's good. Whiskey glasses.
He's going to be huge at because I'm hoping to go to CMA Fest next year.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he's going to be on the main stage.
My favorite. I haven't heard from him in some time. Maybe you can clarify what happened in this, gentleman.
I don't know anything.
You might. So, voice of an angel, mullet of a god, Mr. Travis Tritt,
Ooh.
who I thought had the most
That's a good
incredible
one.
voice.
Good pull.
Anyway, he was
Yeah, yeah,
awesome,
yeah.
and he was like exploding, and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
So, first of all, Travis Tritt was our first artist of our show that we do every year called Sunday in the Country in Merriweather. So 18 years ago, that was our first guy. And that was even on the tail end of his career. Look, what happened to Travis Tritt? People don't last forever.
Yeah.
You know, Madonna doesn't last forever. The Stones, I mean, I guess they do last forever. It's a bad example. So, you know, it's just his time. He was big in the 90s. There was a whole class, Clint Black, Alan Jackson, Garth, and Reap. Those are huge. Vince Gill. So it just eventually, the hits don't come out anymore.
Yeah.
But he's a brilliant guy. He's a great country singer. He's the real deal. Love Travis Tritt. But everybody has their time.
Did he keep putting out music though, or did he just?
He
stop?
did.
He did. Oh, it just fell off.
Just fell off. Clint Black is still putting out music.
Yeah,
It's
no
just
shit.
nobody's playing them. Yeah, I know. It's not my call. I don't make the choices or
Well,
decisions.
I am going to see if we can
After
get him
20
on the,
years, maybe
Hey,
you should
Travis
be
Tritt
program
is-
director.
Sounds like we might be able to get him on the podcast, boys.
Let's try it. Let's do it. Let's
You
do
probably could.
Yeah,
Probably
let's reach
could.
out to his
That would be
people.
awesome.
I'll see what I
He
can do.
probably
for you
doesn't
guys.
have. Ooh.
I'll make a couple calls.
Ooh, I like
Yeah,
that.
we're gonna fucking get you a diner yet.
I have no pull.
Okay. Where do we go? Where do I go? So you are what? Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
Are we going to talk about Homelander more? Cause
Quickly.
No, I was going to go back to radio
Homelander.
and radio.
Sure.
When I asked you earlier, because I interrupted, about radio heroes, I wasn't talking about music. I was talking about more about DJs.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Well, look, I mean, it's so cliche, but I'm a huge Stern fan. I mean, who isn't? Howard Stern is the
yeah.
big.
Right.
But
whoever heard Howard Stern play music?
that's true. So,
Right?
are you asking like a radio DJ
Yes.
type of thing?
Sure.
Jeez. I mean,
Basically, think back to my thought would have been if you were top 40 first, what DJs then?
like I don't know, like Brick D's or something like that, or
Where
don't
did
know, I
where would you
can't-
hear Rick here?
that's.
Oh,
yeah.
you were in Pittsburgh.
Oh, you mean in Baltimore?
No,
Just okay.
no,
In Pittsburgh,
no.
Rush Limbaugh. He did top 40.
He did.
He was the DJ back in
but
the
not
day.
as Rush Limbaugh.
Yeah, I don't have like many like.
Well, if you
slam-
come back to top 40, you
Mike, you're
Who did-
making this complicated.
Casey
This is the hot seat. I love
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem. I don't know. You know what? There's a DJ in Pittsburgh called Zach. His name is Zach Zabo. He was a local DJ in Pittsburgh. He did the night show. I listen to his show every night.
See how Stefan goes away?
He
back, goes away.
he had a lot of pre-produced bits and voices and characters that I thought were brilliant. At
Oh,
the
we
time,
had a
like in-
Grease Man.
like in the 80s.
That's
I know
that's
the
a
Grease
brilliant little tune. Named SOS by ABBA. Now back to you. And I'm Casey.
I got to talk about a
Kasem.
fucking dog dying.
Yeah. I love that one.
Right?
But yeah,
All right.
Zach Zabo growing up in Pittsburgh. He still works there too.
Oh, go ahead. Keep
Wow.
going, keep going.
No, I'm done.
I thought you guys were done.
This groovy tune from the Beatles.
I still listen to the 70s Casey Kasem every
good.
weekend.
All right, Bob.
This is by Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Go ahead.
You are a Seinfeld fan.
I do like Seinfeld. I can't quote every episode or anything like that.
That's
but,
okay. I'm not going to ask you to do that. But who would your favorite character be? And you
Hi,
can't
Karen.
say Kramer.
I mean, the only character that could have probably held his own on a spinoff, and that's George Costanza.
Yes.
He's the best. I mean, there's nobody that has more layers than
Jerry wasn't
George.
popular.
No, but even a spinoff from that show.
Yeah, definitely. He was in his own right.
Absolutely.
Do you guys watch Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I
A
think
couple of times.
It's fantastic.
I was just
think it's
watching
great.
it
We'll
the
ask
other
the
night.
questions here, Bob.
I can't help it. Sorry.
Oh, that was good.
That was funny.
Got him.
Favorite ancillary character, not one of the main four. Your favorite character. That's my question for you. In Seinfeld.
Banya.
Okay, Kenny. Yeah.
Gold, Jerry. Gold.
It's gold.
I
He's
wanna
riding my
go to
coattails.
I want to go to Mendy's. So, Banyan, that's lunch. You got a soup.
No, this doesn't count. This doesn't count.
The soup counts.
This is just soup.
So Stefan and I went and saw Jerry Seinfeld perform at Meyerhoff. Was it Meyerhoff? I think so. Yeah, downtown.
Was he like? Was it the one where he was like doing all his old stuff, his greatest hits, or was it his new stuff?
No, he had new stuff.
Oh, it was
He had
recently. Okay.
It was good. It was a couple of years ago, but it was the second time I'd seen him there, and he is just amazing. The key of that scenario or that experience was a woman. I don't remember where she was. Came out of the audience and had made a fusilli Jerry out of noodles.
Oh.
And tried to give it to him. I think wasn't she in one of the
the boxes.
The boxes we were up in one of the those little like up there perched up there anyways. And she tried to give it to him
And he rolled his eyes.
He didn't roll his eyes, but he was just like, I ain't touching that.
He was like, no thanks.
He was like, no
basically.
thanks. And
I'm not taking that fusilli Jerry is what he said.
like he wasn't
I
a
can't
dick.
believe you're handing me
Yeah.
a silly Jerry.
Like he wasn't a dick about it. It was hilarious. He was just like, no thanks. And
But you
afterwards,
know what? Here's the thing I have about Jerry Seinfeld. And who am I to say anything? He's a genius. He's probably arguably the best stand-up ever. Just his craft and the stuff he comes up with and the way he writes and his. But he's so smug about it. It seems, he knows. And I just feel like in real life he's not very nice to regular people unless there's a camera on him.
Yeah.
but he's also openly admits that he's kind of like neurotic.
Yeah.
Like he's almost kind of like on the spectrum.
You're probably right, but I also think when you're in his level, he's just a household. He's a character of himself at this point.
Yeah,
He really is.
He can't go anywhere where people don't know who he is.
Yeah.
That's true.
Seinfeld's probably the most syndicated show of all time.
Yeah.
and it's getting ready to go to
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah.
So
For a fortune.
Trust me, I still love him.
Yeah,
I just wish he was like
right.
a sweet guy
I
or something
know,
like
I
that.
know.
he may be. He probably isn't. He probably isn't.
I mean, I love watching him on the Comedians in Cars. Like he's just so inviting. He just he's.
I'll tell you what frustrates me about that show. I love, you guys both do stand up, and by the way, let me just tell you that for me there is no greater challenging art than getting up there, writing your own stuff, speaking it to an audience to elicit laughter. I think as far as any other talent in the arts, whether you're a musician or actor, and this is just me, I could be wrong, I think there is no bigger talent and there should be no bigger tip of the hat to a stand-up comedian to get up there and elicit laughter. That to me is the most impressive thing in entertainment. So anyway, where was I going with this?
That was a huge compliment.
To all stand-ups out there who do what they do. Now, and when he talks about that in Comedians in Cars with other, I'm like a little kid because I can't do it, and I'm fascinated with the whole art of it and the process and stuff. And when he talks about that, but then when he has and they don't talk about anything, and they're just like kind of BS. Did you see the Matthew? There was a Matthew. I know he's not a stand-up, but I didn't find that one entertaining at all.
Didn't
It's
see
like,
that.
let's get to
Matthew
know Matthew Broderick a
Ferris-
little bit, like
Ferris Bueller.
the origins, and talk about Ferris Bueller. They went to the Mets Stadium. I didn't think it was very entertaining.
it was different.
So it's a hit and miss for me.
It was definitely different. I enjoyed that one, but I also hadn't seen the show in a while. And my wife put it on. I came downstairs and I was just like, huh?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh, this has got my attention. But then we watched the Seth Rogen.
That was great.
That one was good, and there was a moment where there was just this awkwardness.
Yeah.
And then Jerry called him out. He's like, "You're sweating," and he's like, "Yeah, I am. You're making it worse."
But his story with Hannibal Buress when they first discovered the Bill Cosby thing,
that
was
really good. But yeah, it's because Seth. I didn't realize he'd started doing comedy when he was like 12.
Yeah. He did. He doesn't do it now, but he started doing stand-up for years when he was a kid.
He was a kid.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know
had
that.
no idea. They even showed a little clip of him doing his set when he was like just a
saw
wee
that.
baby.
Just a wee baby.
Just a wee baby.
This is pretty good.
Oh God.
Good
Stefan,
show.
Do you have another question?
I could conjure one up.
Conjure one up. Hey, Stefan.
Yeah.
Conjure up a question, please.
So, Bob.
For what? Might as well get it in.
And Wendi.
You said, tell me your hours again.
10 to 3 p.m. during the workday. 93.1 WPOC.
So is that your full? I mean, do you have another job besides that, or is that's
So,
5 hours a day? Right.
It is 5 hours, but I get there early, and I do our company. Radio has changed so much. I'm sure you guys know that. I voice track other stations. I fill in, so we pre-record some stuff, and I send it to. I'm on the air on the weekends in Austin, Texas. I do a shift in D.C.
Nice.
I do a show in Atlanta on a Sunday.
Now, do you call into these? You're not traveling to all these places.
No,
right?
no. I do it from
whatever, yeah.
the radio station, and they're mapped to us. So I see the logs from these other stations, and I send the breaks over. I just do the break parks.
Voice tracks.
Yeah, voice tracks is what it's called. And it takes me about an hour to do a 5-hour show, and I just do the break parts and send them through the computer. So there's still a lot of live going on in radio, but there's some pre-recorded too. There's some voice tracking. So I do that, and that keeps me busy. I'm filling in right now for Fort Myers. I'm the Midday Girls on vacation.
Where Mike O'Mara lives.
Yeah, there you go. So there's production. I'm writing some endorsement commercials, so it keeps me busy. I do more than the 10 to 3 thing. Yeah, where I can. Sure.
Yeah, the life of a radio man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a full day.
That's
it really
cool.
is.
No, that's
for real.
very interesting because to Stefan's point, it's like, oh, well, you're there for 5 hours. There's got to be more that you're doing, and
Yeah.
that's cool. That's interesting to know.
So my days like from 8:30 to like 5 or 6.
Wow.
That's a long day.
I have an hour drive or whatever. But you know what? And I'm not like I am blessed to still be able to be doing
Right.
this, and I'm
Where-
very grateful to be able to be in radio.
What part of town is the station in?
Hamden. We're at the Rotunda,
Rotunda.
which is a big.
Oh, really? I
it's-
didn't know that. That's where the. Okay,
Yeah, they're office buildings, and they also have like some other stores. They've rebuilt it.
Yeah.
They've expanded and everything. There's a lot of stores there now.
cool. No idea that's where the station.
It's like a movie theater. There's a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
of pizzas. There's a lot
I
going
used to
on.
live
there.
over in this part. My
But,
neck of the woods.
Yeah, but they've been down there a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as I've been there,
Yeah.
over 20 years, 30 years. Yeah.
All right, Stefan, I have 2 questions and a statement.
Do it.
Do you have anything else?
No, you can go ahead and wrap it up with a couple of questions
Okay.
and a statement.
We're into it.
Yeah. Just my statement is
You
I
didn't
love
set a
Laura
timer.
DeYoung.
Oh, she's amazing. She's great. My good friend.
She just seems like the nicest human being and just
There's a few long-termers there.
Yeah, all three of us, the main day parts, have been there. Michael J. and I, who does afternoons,
Right.
we've
Yep.
both been there 20 years.
Yep.
Lori's been there 34 or something like that during the morning show. But yeah, she's very much like she is on the radio, very down to earth and funny, and she loves movies too. And yeah.
So Stefan, have you listened to 93.1?
I have.
So Laura DeYoung, she reminds me of Missy Hall.
Sure.
Missy Hall is a female comedian that is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
And she was a teacher and left that to just do this full time.
Wow.
And she's crushing it. And she just did she headlined our last couple of shows.
And she's doing voice. She does voice.
She does voice. She does
coaching.
Good for her.
She does acting, like musical teacher. She's just really super talented.
That's great.
And when I listen to Lori on the radio, I don't know this woman, but that's who I picture is Missy, and her just seem very interchangeable.
Seems very laid back.
Yes, and just that kind of like, I don't know, that motherly, like comfort,
She's a very hip mom,
Yeah.
She can relate to the people who've got moms and families, but yet she knows what's going on with pop culture, and she's great sense of humor, very sarcastic, and so she's
broad
awesome.
demographic.
Yeah.
So Missy was at our show, and and I talked about this before. I was just eating a bag of dicks on all these shows, and
which means you're not doing
doing well
when
at
you're
all.
a comic. Yeah.
I'm aware of the bag of dicks reference.
All right, gotcha.
So
Thank you.
I was feeling pretty beat down, not
Richards.
in a good way, and you weren't there. You were busy with your daughter's stuff, and Missy was there, and I just was like, I'm gonna go and host this show. I don't know how this is gonna go, and I come off the stage. And Missy goes, "You're doing good." She goes, "Just go have fun. Just go have fun." And I was like,
I love Missy.
"All right." And it turned my whole weekend around.
Yeah.
The whole weekend.
Such a mom move.
She just, oh God. And I was like, "Thank you."
Yeah.
She's like, "You don't have to."
Get up. Hey, just get out there and be yourself.
Sorry, that
Did
was
it turn it around on stage? Is that what you meant too?
Yeah, I mean, when I went up, I went back up because I was hosting, so I was going in between all the comedians and introducing them.
Yeah.
And the next time I went up, I did what she said. I just had fun and stopped being in my head and stopped almost trying so hard.
Yep.
And
Overthinking.
Yeah, I was overthinking, and it didn't immediately, but that's when it started to turn. And then by the end of the night, I was feeling pretty good. And then we had a show in Salisbury on Saturday night, which was a full house.
Mm-hmm.
And
Awesome.
I got off stage off of the first set and went up to her, and she was like, totally different night. And I'm like, yeah, this is why we do this.
Better response. You got an energy from the crowd.
It was a really fun night.
You went in not overthinking.
I did. I just was relaxed, and I was like, I'm just gonna have fun. Fuck it. I just had her in my head. That's how I feel like Lori is. I feel like she's that same kind of personality and persona at the station.
If we could get her in here,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, but she gets up at 3 or 4.
Right, no shit.
So
that was my statement. So you look. I got 2 questions. First one is, you look like you work out. What's your regimen?
I do about 7 days. I do.
Wow.
I'll take a day off every other week, and so I'll do like. Let me know if this bores you. Please change the. It's like I do. I lift weights every other day, and then do cardio the other days.
That is, I was gonna say aerobic, anaerobic. How do you mix that up?
That's how I do it. Yeah.
Supplements? You take any supplements?
No,
just
I do
protein.
Some protein shakes every now and then, but I just eat regular food mostly. Just kind of like balance it out, make sure I get enough carbs to protein, or whatever. And you know what? It's not for everybody. For me, it's like showering, and I don't feel. And that's just for me, and I feel better about it, and I just enjoy it. I really do. Some people don't like doing it. I like it.
I like it. I'm with you. I enjoy it. Stefan?
I've learned to love it.
Yeah.
I like the way it makes me feel.
Right.
Yeah.
It does. It becomes addictive in a positive way.
Yeah. I feel guilty if I miss it.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. After 2 days, I'm like hating myself.
Right.
Climbing the walls, but it does. It's like I feel more. I have more energy, especially a couple hours right after you're at work, whatever. It's like, I'm feeling good.
My thing is, I love to eat. I love food.
Yeah,
and it allows me to feel like I can enjoy it and not quite feel so guilty about. Like, I'm gonna.
Well, you can have a little bit more leeway in your diet if you're not lethargic.
Right,
you can
right.
Work it off. You can't outtrain a shitty diet, but you can still cheat.
Right. But the other thing too is your cheats are contained, because you're like, if I eat that, I'm gonna feel like a bag of shit in the gym,
or a bag of dicks,
Well, you can eat them,
or a bag of used up assholes.
You could
That's a good one too.
Right, exactly. Not as much carbs as those, though.
Bring your heat.
Which is
low carb.
Bring that final
You want me to
question.
throw the heat? All right, so
Do it.
I wrap
Sauce up Delmont.
I wrap up the. Hold on, let me check our time here. I'm curious.
Am I still in the hot seat? I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it still hot?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the wrap up.
You're 10 minutes behind over there.
Am I really?
Yep.
Oh wow. Yeesh. All right.
8 minutes.
So I close out the hot seat with a game called Fuck, Marry, Kill. Are you familiar with said game?
I do know the game.
All right. Now you don't have to use the word, but
I hope it's not people that I know.
No.
Nip it in the bud.
The list that I compiled as we were chattering is Fuck, Marry, Kill. We have one Queen Maeve from The Boys. Actress's name is Dominique Eligot. We have Robin from Howard Stern.
Yeah, Robin Quivers.
Robin Quivers.
my.
And then we have Reba.
Reba McEntire.
Reba McEntire.
Oh boy.
All over the map you are.
Well, just like tonight.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
This is boy.
Right? I'm proud of this list.
You should be.
I'm very proud of this.
This is a tough one.
I'm
I
even
know.
thinking about this one.
Well, this is the
really
hot
hard.
seat.
This is the hot seat.
Oh, the hot seat. It is.
Boy, I'll tell you what, as a
Wendi.
long-time Stern fan, I think I at least have to F Robin.
Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
come on.
Okay.
Like it? All right.
Queen Maeve, I'm a superhero fan. Is she going to wear that outfit during our entire marriage?
Nope.
Queen Maeve, I'm married.
All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Reba. I love your hits, but I got to kill you. I'm sorry.
I like it. Hey, there's
Ugh.
hey, you put in some thought. I like it.
This is hard. It's hard, though.
Somebody's got to take the fall, though.
Well, I don't know. Queen Maeve can't cook.
That's true. God, that's a point. Reba can cook.
Wait,
she
can't
can.
she
I'm
can't
gonna have to
cook?
rewind
Look at her. You think she can cook?
I think she
think
can
somebody-
cook.
Can't cook.
She's had somebody cooking for her whole life.
Reba cooks like Trish.
Yeah.
I'd never kill you, Reba. I love you.
Right, you seen Reba handle them guns in Tremor? Man, I'm married to Reba all day, every day.
All day, every day.
I feel so safe with her. Oh,
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough list. Boy,
You made it, bitch. What are you thinking?
I'll tell
I
you
don't
what,
know.
Balls,
I-
you make a tough list.
I work in country. I just killed Reba. That's not right.
What are you
I'm
thinking,
gonna have
man?
to change. Maybe I should marry Reba just to keep my job.
nope. You already made your bed. Now lie in it.
I love it.
Now get
Love
down. I'm
Queen
gonna
Maeve.
tuck you in real nice. You lie right in that bed. Get your feet tucked in, all of it. Right there. There you go.
Send this episode to Reba.
Sarah,
You know, can I have
Enzi checked in.
Starlight and as my wife instead? Is that okay? From the boys.
Gets a little easier.
We
though.
could,
She's
yeah.
too
That's
wholesome.
too easy,
She's too
yeah.
wholesome. She's too
Too
married.
wholesome.
She's too much a marriage
She's a
material.
little bad though. She's got to be something in there.
Definitely marriage material right there.
She's too hot, isn't she?
She's
like,
pretty hot.
She's like looking at the sun.
Yeah.
I can't look too long.
That's the other thing with the casting. I love how there is, other than what's his name, the
character?
the
That dude.
Carl Urban,
Yeah,
Billy
he's great.
Butcher.
I love him.
He's the only. Chris Crawford. He's also kind of a known actor, and then Elizabeth Shue. But other than that,
Who?
Elizabeth Shue was in it?
Shoot from Karate Kid.
That's what I was gonna say. You beat me to it.
Call
Damn,
that.
I should have put her in the
She was
lineup.
also one of the
was
Back to
also-
the Futures.
Yes,
She's
Back to the
great. She
Future.
looked good.
She did. She did a really good job.
She was in
this.
Leaving Las Vegas with Nick
Yeah,
Cage.
she
Oh,
was.
yeah.
A lot of good sex scenes there.
Well, you went.
She hasn't been in enough. What, was she in Cocktail? I think she was in
Yeah,
Cocktail.
she
you're
was
right.
in Cocktail.
yes.
Tom
right.
Cruise. She wasn't in much though.
She was an it girl for like late
I
'80s,
know, but
early '90s.
she was in Adventures of Babysitting.
Yeah.
That's where I like hard crushed on her when that came out.
I might watch that when I get home.
I
Tonight.
bet you. I bet you will.
She's like, you're Thor. Remember that?
Yeah.
Thor.
Yeah.
Wait, who's the guy that plays Thor? It's a famous actor in that movie.
Oh,
It's the guy from. It's Vincent D'Onofrio.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
That's who. You know who he? Gomer Pyle.
Yeah.
He's Thor
From Full
in-
Metal Jacket.
Yes.
Yes,
He's
and
Thor.
yeah. Well, I think he's won an Oscar. But yeah, he's had the bit character, a bit part in Adventures in Babysitting. He was Thor.
That guy's great. He was on a Law and Order spinoff, and
Yep.
he is a great actor, but probably weird.
He's Kingpin
Yeah.
on
Daredevil.
What a great show!
Boy, I'll tell you what, that whole thing, I know you guys got to wrap up, but man, talking about annoying, how they had to wrap that up on
I know.
Netflix. You know, Punisher and Daredevil.
they were
Both
great.
decent shows.
So good.
And I hope they bring him
Punisher.
back on Disney or something.
They're talking about it. I think they might. Yeah, Disney was taking all the rights back, basically. So, but Marvel can still show those shows for as long
Not
as
a
they want.
Jessica Jones fan, not a Luke Cage fan.
Wow.
Enjoyed I don't know. I
You
tried.
like Jessica Jones?
First
I really
season-
got into that.
Did you
First
really?
season was
Yeah.
great. I thought,
Was it?
With
I didn't-
with Killjoy.
Maybe I should revisit.
Killjoy, yeah. I didn't
was
see the
different.
second season.
It was
I've only
more.
seen
It
the
was a
first.
different.
But I
kind of
heard
villain.
Iron Fist Blue sucked.
Yeah, it was
I heard it was awful.
I didn't watch it, but I heard
I
the
haven't
same.
watched The Cage. I didn't.
I heard it's like,
Defenders is good.
I enjoyed the Defenders.
That was good.
Yeah. Luke Cage, I heard, is like Power, or one of those like shows. That's,
Yeah, I
with, like,
can't.
50 Cent.
His character in Jessica Jones was good, but not good enough for me to go, I want to go see a whole series
Yeah, some
about
of
him.
those characters just aren't compelling enough. Right? There's not enough to it.
Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. You're a really good bang for Jessica Jones. Like, she likes to bang you, but yeah.
I think those other characters are a little darker too. Like
Yeah.
Daredevil's dark, right? And so
Yeah.
I couldn't get into the Daredevil series.
No?
No, I thought it was
No.
great.
I couldn't get. I tried, just couldn't do it.
All right, Cook.
Bob, do you want to give yourself a shout out?
Hey, just listen 93.1 WPOC, 10 to 3 if you're at work. Good country music, good fun. I'll put you on the air, some phone calls, win some concert tickets. Thanks for listening. Thanks for having me, guys. You
Yeah.
guys are the best.
By the way, can you get us some Sunday in the
Yes. Sunday in the Country
Sunday in
tickets?
the Country tickets?
No problem. You got it. I'll give you 2 pairs. Oh, the concert's over. I'm so sorry. It was last
Oops.
weekend. Maybe next year.
Next year.
Done.
Great.
Yeah.
You got it. I'll
No,
hook
cool.
you up.
A skybox.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. All day event.
it
We had
doesn't
Old
even
Dominion headline. They were really good.
I want to see. I missed them at CMA because I had to leave. But yeah,
Yeah, they're solid.
they are solid. All right, 10-11. We are at Sully's Comedy Cellar with Wendi headlining it, featuring Chris Lawrence and Connor Dykes. I'll be stepping in the hosting seat in place of Stefan. You are going to be where that night?
It's Drafts and Laughs down in Ellicott City with Michael. I think it's called Checkerbox Brewing. And Anthony Davis is headlining that. Mike's in the lineup. I'm in the lineup. Should be a
Nobody's
fun
eating
time.
a bag of dicks that night. I'm telling
No.
No, there's no dick. There's no dick eating there.
No
you.
dick eating.
It's gonna be awesome.
I'll be busy eating them at Sully's. I'll have them all right in my hands. 10-12, we're at Roadie Joe's in Salisbury again, selling out. Wendy's headlining, featuring Chris Lawrence, Connor Dykes, and Stefan will be back in the hosting saddle. And then 10-19, Snifters in Easton, Maryland. Stefan will be headlining that show. It's going to be a good time. We just have to wrap this up. Do you want to do quick Amazon butt plugs, Mike?
Sure.
Yeah. Just go to the BigTimingComedy.com homepage, click on the Amazon banner. Doesn't
plugs.
cost you a dime, just a second of your time, and it really helps us out.
Butt plug.
Uh-huh. Stefan, closing words.
Yeah, I think if Bob's taught us anything tonight, it's still possible to do what you love, right? He's done it for, what did he say, 25 years?
Yeah.
Right? So let that be an inspiration to you, listeners. Get out there, find your passion, get involved in it, and get to it. So thank you, Dark Continent. Good night.
This is a Big Timing Comedy production.
Well, I play an old guitar from 9 till a 1:30. I'm just trying to make a living watching everybody else having fun. Well, I don't miss much if it happens on the dance hall floor. Mercy, look what just walked through that door. Well, hello, T-R-O-U-B-L-E. Tell me what in the world you doing, L-O-N-E. Yeah, I say, hey, good L-O-O-K-I-N-G. Yeah, I smell T-R-O-U-B-L-E. Yeah. I was a little bitty baby when my papa hit the skid. Mama had a time